Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching me from. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. So I hear this particular news and I say I should come and share it with you here. Okay? So guys, we are here to talk about an elder. According to the gist, they said this person happens to be Ooni of Ife's most trusted elder in the palace. As a matter of fact, a lot of things that the king will not discuss with other people, they said he usually discuss it with this particular elder, And this is because he trusted that elder so much. He trusted the elder so much. That is why he is telling, please, you're welcome. Welcome to my channel. Please help me share the video, okay? And give my video a thumbs up, okay? Give my video a thumbs up. That is the way you can support me, okay? So guys, they said this particular elder that we are talking about, that the king trusted him with everything he got. As a matter of fact, every little thing that is happening in that palace, they said the king will tell the man about it because he trusted him so much. But he never knew that that man is not a friend like he thought. And this is exactly the same kind of problem that QueenNaomi have while she was in the palace. She trusted Ashley, and along the line, Ashley betrayed her. So now they said the king trusted this elder so much, such that he would always tell the elder what is happening in the palace, everything. But he never knew that the elder was working with Ronke. Do you know how he find out? We do know that there was a time we heard allegedly. I will always remind you that all of the gist that we're sharing with you, they are all alleged information. There was a time we heard that the king's protective charm was missing. And that protective charm happens to be an ancestral something. It was prepared ages ago, and it takes a lot of things and time to prepare that protective charm. They said that charm is used by the past kings before Ooni of Ife. As a matter of fact, it was passed to him by the previous king, So, and the main reason for that charm, for that protective charm, is such that he will be protected from every attack. We do know that that post that he is occupying is such a very big post, from what we are hearing. Yes, it is indeed a very big post, and it's not something that you can just stay there without protection and all of that, because arrows will be coming from all directions. Arrows. We do know that before he became the king, they dragged that position. They dragged it, but because the gods have chosen him that he will be the one, that was why he was able to win. And they gave him a protective charm. So, with that charm, nothing will happen to him. With that charm, manipulations will not be effective on him. So, but without the charm, a lot might happen, But I believe it's God that have the highest protection you can ever think of in this life. Because I believe, if not for God's protection upon the king, the moment they said the protective charm was not there, these elders, especially those ones that he trusted with his life, who doesn't like him, they would have done something strange to him. But because I believe the hand of God is upon his life, that is why they were unable to do anything to him. But in any case, we do know that it's what you believe in that works for you. They believe strongly on that protective charm, and that is why they are doing everything to see that they retrieve it, And they said this protective charm, normally, if you take it away from the king, because they jointly gave it to him, and it has been signed physically and spiritually. We do know that the spiritual controls the physical. Yes, you should know that. If you don't know about that, just know it today, that the spiritual controls the physical. And because they have given him that protective charm, they all believe that it has been something protecting him. And anytime it is taken away from him, something bad might happen to him. And a lot of people believe that all these manipulations, manipulating him into marrying all of these women, manipulating him into doing certain things that he's not supposed to do, they all happen because they take away that protective charm from him. Then, when they take away, when he finds out, because it looks as if he did not notice the moment they took away that protective charm, then when he found out about that protective charm, when he found out that it was missing, he couldn't remember when it got missing. Then he doesn't know who took it. They started searching for that protective charm. Some people accuse the wives, because the reason they accuse the wives is because the wives are the only people who enters his chambers. And we also heard that the king cannot remove that protective charm outside the palace. So let's assume that he went to a hotel and spent the night or anything. He cannot remove that protective charm there, from what we heard, because you do not live in the palace. Always bear that in mind. So for the fact that he cannot remove it outside, it simply means that whatever that happens to that protective charm happened right there in the palace. And that is why you see a lot of people accusing the wives, that one of the wives must know about it. And even when we heard that Ife priest intervened, the Ife priest said that the wives know about it. When they said the wives, we don't know if it's just one person or they are collectively aware of it. Not until recently we started hearing stories about how okay, before these stories now, they said a particular elder was pushing the king that he should make these wives to take an oath. They will have to take an oath. They will have to take an oath if they know anything that concerns that protective charm. This particular elder have been the one pushing the king that the wives will take an oath. When they wanted the wives to take oath about that protective charm, they find out, okay, they said the wives complained that they were menstruating. You know, they are on their monthly flow. And because they are on their monthly flow, they cannot enter the shrine for the oath taking, that it is against their tradition. The same elders was busy, the same particular elder was busy encouraging the king, look, see what you will do, see what you will do. At a point, they said it was that same elder who encouraged the king to take the wives on her ways, so that they will not go and do any antidote against any charm that they would, any oath that they would take. Hey, you see, sometimes what happens to us is something under our leg, or even as something that is too close to us, something that we will never imagine that it will be the person that is dealing with us. So this continued, though, my people. They said the thing continued until lately that we started hearing that an ancient egg was pursuing Ronke. They said an ancient egg. This egg, it was Ronke that was explaining it. From what we heard, though, I wasn't there when it happened. Always remember that. So from what we heard, they said Ronke said the egg have hands, it have legs, it have eyes, it have everything, and the egg was pursuing him. They said that moment that she was running towards the king's chambers, some guards that came out to know what was happening, they did not see any ancient egg. It was Ronke who was seeing the ancient egg. They said she was pointing, acting drama, being dramatic. So, and later it was Mariam, they said, that came to her and told her that there was nothing like ancient egg. Go to your chamber, your chalet. You are just disgracing yourself. So after all said and done, Ronke now went inside her chamber. That is when the gods wanted to disgrace her. That is when the gods wanted to expose her. If it is true, because I don't know if it is true or not. Now they said, later that day, the next day, they went on investigation to find out why the ancient egg attacked one of the Ooni of Ife's wife. Because normally, they're supposed to go and find out. It is not something that is rampant. It's not something that occurs all the time. So when things like this happen, it simply means that there is something that is not supposed to happen that happened. So it was then that they said the Ife priest revealed that the ancient egg visited Ronke because Ronke had something that belongs to the ancient people. And that was when this protective charm of a thing started again. Then it was revealed that Ronke has been the one holding that protective charm. And ever since then, we heard that Ooni of Ife now requested that they should go for traditional separation. This separation, they say it is easier than divorce. So the king started pursuing that process of traditional separation between him and Ronke and the Mariam as well, because they said the king have been complaining that what he have in mind before marrying these people and not what he is seeing, that they are not giving him peace of mind. It is goes every now and then, problem every now and then. And lately, these two people have been having serious fights in that palace over the king's traditional wear, who is making the clothes and who is not making the clothes. They said Mariam fired the person that Ronke employed to be making the king's clothing, you know. Then when Ronke came back from her travel, it becomes another issue. So they are not having serious problem in that palace. And these are the things that the king, after looking at it, he said that he needed separation. I don't know how true it is, so we are just hearing and I'm sharing with you. So with all of this thing going on, the king, a lot of people started coming to plead on Ronke's behalf, begging the king that the king should try and give her a second chance, you know, because the king said that if anyone should, if there's any revelation, if there's any prophecy that Ronke will turn out to be what she is today, that he will never believe it, because he trusted Ronke so much. If you recall, at the beginning, Ronke was acting like as if he's Ooni of Ife's mother. She was acting as if she's the best wife, that she is the best thing that have ever come to the king. Not until recently, then everything started coming up. I believe that is when the gods decided to expose her. Now, when people are begging on her behalf, why the king should give her a second chance, they said, the king said that only condition that he is going to allow Ronke or give her second chance is unless she tell him how she was able to protect that protective charm such that it did not return back to him. Because from what we heard, normally that protective charm is supposed to return back to the owner, which is Ooni of Ife, if they take it away from him. Then for Ronke to keep it, it simply means that she must have studied or gone to get one or two things that will enable her keep that protective charm such that it will not return back. It was then that it was revealed that they used black nylon to tie it, because they said when you cover it with black stuff and black nylon, it will be unable to return back to the owner. Then the king insisted that Ronke must tell the king how she was able to collect and keep that protective charm safe such that it did not return back. It was then that Ronke now revealed that it was one of the elders, and that elders happens to be Ooni of Ife's most trusted elder in the palace, you know, that have been working with Ronke, and their mission is to dethrone the king. That is what we heard, though I don't know how true it is. They are all alleged information, and they said this particular elder that the king trusted him with his life. As a matter of fact, they said his children that are abroad studying, it is Ooni of Ife who is taking care of. Yes, so, and God is exposing them small. God is exposing them every now and then. So it was Ooni of Ife who has been taking care of that man's children's education abroad. They said there is nothing that the king is not doing for that man, that particular elder that has been working with Ronke against the king. You see, it's not everybody that is laughing with you. It's not everybody that is showing you his or her teeth that likes you. They don't like you. Ooni of Ife needs to be extremely careful. He needs to be very, very careful. They don't want him on that throne. And that is why they frustrated QueenNaomi out of his life. That is why they wanted to, because I'm sure they will not succeed. And they did not succeed. You know, with what we're hearing right now, they will come back together very soon. And this time they will be very tight such that they will be able to fight those fighting them in that palace. So right now they said the king is devastated on hearing that news that that elder has been the one behind Ronke's attitude and actions in the palace. They said the king almost fell down, and we do know that if he fell down because of the shock, that these two people, they might not survive it. I mean the olori Ronke and that elder. They said the king was devastated because he never believed that that man could do a thing like that to him. That is why we should be very careful in this life. Don't trust people too much, or don't trust people too much, because the person you trusted most can turn around against you tomorrow, especially when they are envious of you. Because I believe it's only envy and jealousy can make a man treat another man who has been taking care of his bills this way. Anyway, guys, I want to remind you that they are all alleged information, okay? Always bear that in mind. We do not live in the palace. I am just a blogger. And anyone I hear, I'll come and share with you. Thanks for watching. Please share this video and give my video a thumbs up, okay? Please give this video a thumbs up. Love you for being here with me. Thank you so much. My prayer for you is that God is going to support you in everything that you are doing and see you through and remove enemies like these ones from you. They will not see you, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Love you guys.